Hi, welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. Jason here. Today we're going to be going over my favorite color combination that you can find on a luxury timepiece, so stay tuned. Hi, welcome back to SwissWatchExpo. So today I'm going to be talking about these beautiful Panda dials that you can find on these beautiful luxury timepieces found on SwissWatchExpo.com. And what makes the Panda dial just so popular is just the color contrast between the dark black and the really bright white. It just makes it very legible and very easy to read when you're reading the time on the watch. And I think it's just one of my favorite combinations. I love seeing that stark contrast from the dark and light. And so if you take a look at a few of these right here, you can really see that it is very visible when you're taking a look at it. There's nothing that really blends in where it's going to be really hard to read. I know a lot of the times when you're looking at like a champagne colored dial, the hands are also the same color. So it's a little bit harder to read when you are looking at the time. So I think that's why the popularity of the Panda dials have become just so common nowadays. And it's one of my favorite combinations. So we're going to be going over my top favorite Panda dials that we have available. So the first one we'll be looking at is this beautiful Breitling Cosmonaute Navitimer. And this is just one of my absolute favorites because you don't really see this color combination, especially on a Navitimer. And I do really enjoy that the subdials are that really dark black. And of course you have just all the little different complications that you do have on a classic Navitimer timepiece. So if you take a look at the dial, there's just a lot going on. Obviously, if you are a pilot, this is going to be a really great watch for you because you do have your slide rule complications on the side where the bezel rotates, and you're able to use your calculations to figure out where you are in your flight, how much time has passed, and how far you have gone. And then, of course, you have your Arabic numerals on the inner portion there with the 24-hour counting. And then, of course, you have your 3 chronograph functions there. One thing I really do enjoy about the Navitimer timepieces is the really unique style bracelets that Breitling puts on these. I think it's really comfortable, something that's very unique that you don't normally see on a luxury timepiece. So I do really enjoy that they went with something a little bit more creative with their bracelets. But again, I really love that stark contrast between the black and the white subdials. Next up, we have this really gorgeous Omega Speedmaster, and of course, this is still in the Panda dial. But what I really enjoy about this specific one, I think this is actually one of my favorite timepieces that Omega has to offer because I just really enjoy those the red accents that they've added along with the white and black on this dial. I think it just adds a really nice contrast, makes everything pop from the logo to the complications on the chronograph functions. We're able to really see based on that red marker on the tip. That is going to be really legible. Of course, you have your aluminum bezel insert on the sides. Of course, this one is a 40mm timepiece, so it is going to be a really great size, especially if you are looking for that kind of modern size. One of my favorites is the bracelet on this one. I know I mentioned on the Navitimer that I do enjoy that one, but if you're looking for just a very classic, sporty look that you can also dress up, I think Omega did a really great job with this one because you do have the polished parts on the bracelet as well as the brush finishing. So I always love to see that definition. Just adds a little bit of texture to the bracelet itself, so it really stands out while you're wearing it. But I love that pop of color there, and I think Omega did a really great job with their Panda dials. Next up, we have probably our most iconic and most popular Rolex Daytona. Of course, we have the Panda dial here with the ceramic black bezel on the sides. What I do like is that the subdials on this one is outlined with the black color, but also with the white on the inside. I think it adds just a little bit more of that definition on the subdials, makes it a little bit easier to read because now you can really see those hands and they're not blending into the darker background that most of these have. So I think Rolex did a really great job. They put a lot of thought into this dial, and I think that's what makes this really iconic and something that most people do go after when they are looking for a Rolex Daytona. And then, of course, you have your brushed side finishes and then your high polished center links, which has just a really great look. Of course, with all of these right here, I love the bracelet styles. None of these you can go wrong with. This is in the 40mm case size. So again, this is a perfect modern size timepiece. One of my absolute favorites, and if you are looking for a Rolex Daytona, I think this is the one that you may want to go for. So these three are just some of my favorite Panda Dials that we do have available here at SwissWatchExpo, but we do have a lot of other Panda Dial selections on our website. So go ahead and check us out at SwissWatchExpo.com. And if there are a few that you want to take a look at live on video, give me a call and we'll connect via FaceTime. But leave a comment down below. What's your favorite timepiece right now at this moment? And are you into the Panda Dials like I am? So stay tuned until next week.